The people in the town of Taos in New Mexico hear a seemingly perpetual humming noise. However, it is not known where the sound originates from, or how it even occurs in the first place. The sound was first reported in the early 1990s. Sound-sensitive equipment were placed in some of the houses that are located in Taos, but they did not detect anything unusual. Some of the residents even think that the noises are imaginary. According to a report, about 2% of the general population were believed to be quote-unquote hearers. In other words, those who claim to detect the hum. The relatively small percent of the general population hearing the sound suggested that the sound does not even exist at all. Yet it would also be perplexing if more than one person hears a humming noise in a specific place despite the noise not existing. In countries that are located near the North Pole, such as Canada, there are some lakes that have frozen methane bubbles within them. These bubbles are known to be highly flammable and combustible. These bubbles form when dead leaves, grass, and animals fall into the water, sink, and are eaten by bacteria that release methane. The methane freezes in the cold temperature and forms a methane bubble. This makes the lakes that are subjected to these methane bubbles arguably more picturesque and beautiful, which draws many tourists each year. Another peculiar phenomenon occurs in the blood falls of Antarctica, where a waterfall contains a liquid that is very similar to blood in terms of looks instead of water. This liquid appears to be red because 2 million years ago, the water had been trapped beneath the Taylor Glacier, isolated from light, oxygen, and heat. As the salt water trickles through a fissure in the glacier, it reacts with the oxygen in the air, which causes the liquid to adapt a hue similar to blood. Throughout the grasslands of the Namib Desert, one would easily notice a pattern of what seems to be circular patches. These patches, known as fairy circles, scar the Namibian landscape. The exact cause of this phenomenon is unknown, but there are many theories that may explain how this exactly happens, such as radioactive soil or toxins released from plants that kill the vegetation in circular patterns. In Western Australia, there is a lake, but unlike any other normal lake, this particular lake is pink. What makes this lake even more interesting is that no one is able to explain how or why this lake is distinctively pink. Some say that it is due to the algae in the water containing high levels of beta-carotene. Others say that it is due to Halorchia, a microorganism that appears reddish in large blooms, or due to a high concentration of pink brine prawn. Despite the many theories that surround this phenomenon, it is still unclear how this lake is pink. Nonetheless, many tourists visit each year to see the lake from a plane or helicopter. Some tourists even visit the marvelous lake on land and are eligible to swim in it. Due to the high salinity of the lake, swimmers will experience buoyancy at its finest.